Yeah, I'm never again doing a stream this late. Not even because I'm tired, but because I don't have anything planned. I literally just turned on the stream because I didn't have much else to do. I guess in a little bit what I'll do, because there's a ton of stuff I do need to do that I just haven't been, is I guess I will record the verdict for Crash Bandicoot, because I still haven't done that. And I beat that game... When the fuck did I beat Crash Bandicoot, actually, now that I think about it? I beat that game in, like, October, or was it November or December or some shit? Still never did the verdict. I still got all the footage, and I need to finish the verdict. I have at least 2 podcasts worth of stuff to do. And, wait, why is it not showing the thing? What the fuck? Oh my god. Sometimes I really worry about Streamlabs, because sometimes it just does not work for me at all. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, maybe it's... Oh, no, it works. It just said, fuck that to that message you sent. So, I got... Congrats, I guess. You know what I think it is? I think it's because fucking when you go live on YouTube now, it used to just be like Twitch, where when you hit go live and start streaming on OBS, it would just automatically make you go live on Twitch. It used to be like that for YouTube. Now you have to wait like an extra 30 seconds for YouTube to detect the stream, and then you have to hit go live, which is really weird because, I don't know, they changed YouTube streaming, and I'm not a super huge fan of it, honestly. But, I mean, it's cool. It does what it needs to do. It could be worse. Yeah, I guess I'm doing Pokemon tomorrow. I kind of thought about... I really should have played Sunshine today, because today is actually Mario Day, because it's March 10th. Yeah, it's basically like Nintendo's version of May the 4th. So I kind of thought about doing that. Ash goes burr. You know, that actually shows up on OBS first before it shows up on my YouTube. That always fucking makes me feel weird. Sore and tired and just want things to get better. I'm tired. And I do want things to get better. Luckily, I'm pretty well rested, so... Can we find some way to get rid of the birds on a stream? What does that mean? Well, I can't stream that. Like some kind of bird sanctuary? I don't know. Aren't they... Tell them to sell them. I don't fucking know. What do you... I don't know. Look. City people and livestock rearing are 2 topics you almost would never have in the same breath. So I can't even begin to give you any advice on that, unfortunately. As much as I would like to, generally speaking, my advice is pretty shit, like 99% of the time. That's why I would... If it's not about video games, and especially ones that I personally have played, I would generally never take what I say as advice on face value alone. That just seems like a terrible thing to do, unless it's something specifically I have like extensive knowledge for. And even then, like if I could give you knowledge about school or something, right, like high school, I mean, yeah, I did high school. At this point, I graduated high school like 8 fucking years ago. And even if it wasn't 8 years ago, even if it was just 8 minutes ago, right, 8 days ago, everyone has a different experience. I can't really give advice to people at this point, is what I found, because they either ignore it and they do the dumb shit they wanted to do anyway, or I don't know with people sometimes. That's kind of like the general gist of how life is. All right, so what are we streaming then? I got nothing to stream, honestly. If you want my honest opinion, I kind of want to do a Spyro stream, but I want to play the whole game of Spyro 2, and I know I'm not going to beat that in the hour I'm probably going to stream here. I don't know. I'll kill time. The one thing I do want to do is I want to start using the secondary channel, which, if I actually could show you this, I was contacted recently he stopped by the last stream by Graphics OG. And Graphics OG has been around forever. He made at least 3 different backgrounds for my channel. And I really appreciate it because he's such a nice guy. And I actually, this is one of the things that I got. The $19 Fortnite card is actually from one of my friends. But I was, hold on, I did this wrong, by the way. I always do this wrong. This goes below like that. Cool. And why is the text different on this? That is so weird. And so, like, I was literally just saying to myself, you know what? I've had some really great YouTube designs for the channel, and now I can't use any of them because of the way YouTube's updates have gone. And I guess this is just permanently how YouTube's updates are going to look. It's unfortunate, but it seems to me like this is what they're finally sticking with. And I'm never going to be able to use half of these again, which makes me kind of sad because they were really good back in the day. It's really a tragedy. I really hate the way YouTube has gone in terms of updating and making things look different. But, yeah, I've been playing a bunch of different games. I'm playing Final Fantasy VII, which I haven't played since last time. I'm playing Nier. I'm playing Bravely Default 2, Three Houses. Those are like the 4 games I'm playing at the moment. So I'm kind of juggling all 4 of them at once. What I want to do, I guess, is I need to do the verdict for Crash, render out the other stuff, and then I have 2 podcasts I need to do because I'm going to split what I have into 2 separate podcasts. That's kind of the general gist of what I want to do with my stream, because for the next month and a half, there's no new games coming out. Like, literally, Bravely Default was the only game coming out this half of the year. This and, what's it called? Resident Evil. Resident Evil 8 is going to be the other game at the start of this year that I'm going to play. And I'm still going to try to get like a heartbeat sensor for that, because I think that'll be cool. I'm totally going to put a fucking gimmick in my playthrough, and I'm not going to be sad about it. The only other thing besides Resident Evil 8 that I want to do that's special is I want to do... what's it called? Oh, crap. I am drawing a blank. I want to do a May the 4th special for Star Wars. And the one thing I would like to do for it is I have, like, Revenge of the Sith, which is... I own it on PlayStation 2, and I also want to do, I forget what the other one's called. Fallen Order. But I'm not paying for Fallen Order new, so that probably won't happen. And at least I want to do Revenge of the Sith, because I think that that's a pretty good one. But yeah, I was going to do... I thought about doing an Animal Crossing stream, just because Animal Crossing, I haven't played it in months. And as you know, my Switch subscriptions expires, I don't know when, it's like in a day or 2. But I do want to do Fire Emblem, so if I'm really, really productive tonight, I'm going to do Fire Emblem, because I'm way behind on that. And I need to make stream thumbnails, and you'd be surprised, it's not hard work to make thumbnails. I'm just very, very bad at Photoshop, and Photoshop is generally like how I get most of my stuff done. So I just generally am kind of bad and slow with using Photoshop to make thumbnails. But I think the thumbnails have looked pretty good as of recently. So, like, I'll be honest with you, Ash, I got, how many months do I have, for the next couple of whatever? From now till Resident Evil. I don't even know when Resident Evil comes out, for fuck's sake. Is it early May? Is it? They're doing that weird shit where they don't call it Resident Evil 8. I hate it. Yeah, May 7th, which is actually kind of crazy. Well, it's just early May. Let's see. In Japan, the game will have 2 separate versions because they have to legally restrict it. Well, that sucks. And then they'll have a version that's available to 17 and up, and a legally restricted version at 18 and up. Yeah, it sucks. They do the same thing in Germany, too, which I find hilarious. Germany had to censor a lot of their games because of their specific laws detailing violence. So yeah, Resident Evil 7 is like the only real playthrough I have planned beyond the next like 2 to 3 weeks or 2 to 3 months. So that's a new game, I should say. Like in terms of brand new games, like right now, what is it? March 11th, it's gonna be, right? Like if you look down 2021 in video games, it's pretty much just like ports. Like that is basically everything that's coming out is pretty much just a port. So this year, I think probably the cooler thing to do would be to like, I want to figure out something to do on the alternate channel, which I guess I should drop the name The Other Channel from it, because The Other Channel implies that there's a normal channel. So I'll figure out something to do with that. I'm probably going to keep this stream layout, by the way. I think that Graphic OG, having done so much for this channel, he deserves it. That's why I intentionally left the plug at the top, because I think that this was, in my opinion, one of the best designs for a channel. And unfortunately, YouTube just completely stripped out any creativity for it. And I just feel really terrible that, like, you can't have 3 different styles depending on what device someone is on. It's all just one style that just looks really, really weird. As you saw, I did change the profile picture for the stuff. And I also changed the banner for the channel. I had to make a couple edits to it just to make sure it fit, because YouTube has really weird, like, dimensions for channel banners. It's not, like, as straightforward as you'd think, so... I'm gonna cry. That's what I'm gonna do. Alright, well, I guess I'm streaming 14. There's stuff I didn't do on 14. I might as well stream it. If you give me a second. An error occurred! How is this possible? The fuck is wrong with this game? That was horrifying, and it didn't stop me from logging in, so I guess I'm good. I don't have a 14 layout for this. Hold on. See if it works. Yep. Shadowbringers is like the other game I'm really looking forward to playing this year. Like, if you really want my honest opinion, I'm really looking forward to playing Shadowbringers, as you could only expect and imagine, just because I genuinely like Shadowbringers that much. I'm sorry, Endwalker, not Shadowbringers. Shadowbringers is going to be done in like another month or two. Or, I'm sorry, like another couple of months. Since we don't know when the exact drop date for the expansion is, they said it'll be like later in the year, as opposed to the usual June release date. Like mid-June, I think, used to be when they would release it. So it'll probably be like mid to late August, I'd imagine, or if not, early September. And that's pretty much just going to be like the existence of my channel in like early September is just going to be me playing Endwalker. So, like, my whole spring and summer is basically to wrap up as many games as possible, which, ironically, by streaming, I can't do. So I find that to be hilarious. Cool. And then we'll be done. I'm not gonna run this stream too long, because I think that would be terrible. Oh, sweet, we get to do this today. I just really had an urge to stream, and I felt bad that I canceled the earlier stream to play fucking Halo and accomplish nothing with my life once again. I also ate like shit today, so I wasn't feeling good to begin with. I woke up from my food coma, which is how I describe napping at this point, and I felt like actually bad. And I need to stop doing that. It was all the cheese I ate, and I'm not lactose intolerant. It's just a lot of cheese is just kind of not great. It's kind of bad. Shouldn't do that. Alright, I'm a big brain. Here's what we're gonna do. I have to do these dudes. See, the thing I like about a Realm Reborn Beast Tribes is that they're actually pretty quick. You don't spend as many days leveling up because you can get up to 3 different quest givers that give you, I think, like 72 plus whatever 60 is 132 points a day, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, it's something. It's either that or 92. I'm not doing the math correct, and I'm not gonna check the math either. Like, there's a lot of experience that you could get for doing these, which is pretty sweet. Because you could do the 310s, which is 30. You could do the 314s, which is 30 and 12, which is 42. So that's a total of 72. And then you could do 20, you could do 60 on top of that. So these are actually probably some of the fastest beast tribes, but they really show their age. I think that's probably the worst part about them, is that when you have something like this, it really shows its age more than anything. But it's still not even really that bad or slow. Especially since nothing sinks you. So I've been doing this every day for like the past, I don't know how long, like 2 or 3 weeks. And it's very straightforward. What? Oh, I didn't take the stupid clam. Put that down there. I gotta adjust the black box. So before I quit this stream, I'm gonna drop a bunch of copy-pasted text. I'm actually going to spam my own stream chat. See, they range from being this quick to taking forever, because sometimes you need fates for them, because this is back when they used to want people to do fates, and the only way they could encourage people to play fates is to tie them to other stuff. As if fates aren't the #1 thing that drives this game forward like half the time. Alright. I'll be honest with you. I'm like 6 years past caring about the storylines for these. Ixal gives you like 6 or 7 different quest givers. They are not holding back at all. Wait, what the fuck? Oh. That's why I did Ixal ages ago, because you could do Ixal to get like a good amount of experience for crafters, and leveling crafters from 1 to 50 is honestly the hardest part of it. I think that would go without saying, is that leveling crafters is generally a pretty depressing experience. Mostly because you just don't either have the gear, the knowledge, or the abilities that you need, but they got rid of cross-roll abilities. Things are so much different now than when I used to play this game, that it's actually kind of crazy to consider. They have completely transformed the way that large chunks of this game play. And while I think most of it's for the better, like, at least this game got the changes it needed, as opposed to languishing in whatever fucking hell WoW sits in for 90% of the time. I do kind of want to play WoW Burning Crusade, though. For your new font for the channel look just like a ramen brand font? Or do you mean like the banner? Do I put... I need to edit the all the stream shit again, by the way. I'm gonna do that again, because I gotta give... Adrian's XBL made 2 different channel layouts, and then Graphics OG made at least 3 other ones, so I do want to give them credit. I feel like the descriptions of my videos could have so much more in them, and I just genuinely forget what I need to do for it. But thank you, I'm glad you like it. Believe it or not, a lot of this channel is made by people who actually believe in it. Sometimes more so than me. You know, it's a couple of individuals over the years. Yeah, I love the banner. I'm really sorry I didn't put it up sooner. I actually really do like the banner. I still like the original Oh no, I don't want to talk to him. I still like the original thing. The you might see it in the bottom right corner of the stream. It's supposed to only spawn at the end of every video, but I guess for streams they just say fuck it, whatever. Technically, it could end at any time, right? So yeah. As opposed to just having the banner just be the typical channel background, at least I could have this. I like it. It looks nice. The Fortnite card is great. I want to put more stuff back on my stream layouts. I just need a little bit of time to figure out where I'm going to put what. Because I don't want it to be too obnoxious. Or if I want to change up something else. So I wonder if this refreshes the guy with the 10. It might not, and if it doesn't, that's fine. But I specifically wanted to do this so that way I could refresh and do all the extra stuff and get credit. Does it refresh him? No. Do Sahagin only have 2 quest givers? Or am I bugging and they gave this dude quest? Yeah, they did. Okay. Everyone loves this. I genuinely wonder how many people actually have done Beast Tribes after, like, A Realm Reborn. Specifically these, you know? I think probably the worst part about these is that they start very slow, because you can only get 30 a day. But once you get, like, 2 quest givers, you get a lot more, which is kind of nice. And it ramps up. It feels a little bit nicer. Alright, yeah, take it easy, Ash. Thank you for stopping by. We'll do the Pokemon stream tomorrow, as usual. Honestly, it's we could beat Pokemon in one stream. Especially since we're cheating. We could most certainly beat Pokemon in one fucking stream. I don't know why that would even be up for consideration. And then we could spend like the last stream doing a, what's it called? Battle Frontier, the post game, you know what it is. It's all that stuff. Which, don't get me wrong, I do actually really like doing a lot of it, but Pokemon is a little cheesy with how the Battle Frontiers run, and it's complete cheating. Which is, I guess, I mean, like, people like it, but it's not something you actually want to, like, farm a bunch of time into, because it kind of is pretty shitty. They kind of, it's generally not fun. Is this the one I need to do? Oh, great, it expires in 10 seconds. That's nice. Okay, I'll come back. I'll do the Battle Frontier, and then after the Battle Frontier, I think there's a Sudowoodo. There's the other fossil you can get. You might have to take the first one, which I need to remember to do. Trying to remember the post game for Emerald off the top of my head. And then we could just do like the fucking teleports, right? We could catch the Reggies. Oops, I stepped. Catch Rayquaza, which is going to be hard because playing it on a GameCube D-pad is not exactly fun. I'm trying to think of what else you even do with it. What do they want me to do? You know what game I do want to play? I want to play like Final Fantasy IV. And that's not even because the next expansion for this game is themed off of Final Fantasy IV. Like, I just genuinely kind of want to play Final Fantasy IV. It's been a couple of years since I played it, and I actually like it. It's probably one of the few love stories I actually like, speaking of those. Even though it's a little cheesy. The DS version is actually really good for Final Fantasy IV, though. The voice acting is, in my opinion, really killer. I think that that's something that gets overlooked tragically so often. That's what I mean. Playing it, like, the DS version's harder than the Game Boy Advance. And, I mean, Final Fantasy IV wasn't really hard to begin with. But the DS version is way harder than the Game Boy Advance by any measure. And I still had fun on it. Like, it was still reasonably challenging in my mind. And then I need to farm on this game. But, I mean, I have all summer to do 3 primals, assuming I don't do any... I should really just do fucking the new one when it comes out, the diamond weapon, and then just run it back and do the old ones. That's really what I need to do. What? What are we doing? We're cooking here? I don't know. Sometimes I really wonder what these Beast Tribe missions, they make you do a bunch of weird shit. I think what's pretty cool is you could tell that these maps were never meant to be flown in at all. Even though there's like a ton of stuff to see here, like when you can cut corners a lot. You can tell that a lot of these maps were just flat out never meant to be flown in at all. What does Infuriate even do at this level? No nascent? Yeah. Yeah, Enter Beast just does not have the same oomph it once did. It doesn't even do like the cool sound effect or anything. I kind of miss old Enter Beast. Like just the fact that it was a GCD cooldown was pretty cool. Like, yeah, you can make Ron Tuition better and usable for once, outside of being shake it off fuel. But I do kind of miss some of the old stuff. Oh, we're almost done. Are you serious? Yeah, they still have Featherfoot. Featherfoot, Hawkeye, all the crazy shit that they used to have. The old roll action system really just made no sense at all. I think this is its best incarnation as opposed to Stormblood, where they just said you could have all 10 at once and you don't have to pick and choose. Wait, what are we doing? But I still kind of feel like we're missing something important from the big picture, you know? Oh, I'm supposed to kill this person. Because I remember in Halicarnassus, if one of the tanks can't perform their duty, like if the critical hit tank can't interject on the Iron Giant to make it not basically kill the fucking raid by enraging, and shit, what was the other thing that you couldn't do? Vice versa, basically. The critical hit tank would pretty much just die if they didn't have a critical hit or awareness, which is hilarious. I kind of miss fights like that. Halicarnassus was a pain in the ass. What do you mean, which Final Fantasy IV? There's only one Final Fantasy IV. Unless you mean which version. Final Fantasy IV was originally called Final Fantasy II. If that clarifies it. When it came to America, for some reason they localized them out of order, which I don't know the full details of why. I'm sure there's a long story that makes no sense at the end of all of it, but they did that for some reason. Shit. Kind of wish you could send, what are they called, the squadron members to do these after a certain point, even if it's like 3 times a week per squadron member. I feel like physically going to do old stuff it's the reason why I don't gain any more of these. But I don't know which version of Final Fantasy IV I would play. I kind of need to finish Final Fantasy VI, which I started literally 2 years ago and never finished. But I kind of like the GBA versions of those games better. That's just me personally. I think the Game Boy Advance versions just look good. They have a good feel. Simple, easy. There's glitches in them, though. That's like the one thing that annoys me, is that Final Fantasy VI has quite a few glitches that aren't necessarily save file ruining, but they are annoying. So, that's like the one game I wish got a true remake and it never did. And it's like considered one of the best games of all time, and then they like, it always gets overshadowed by 7, which I think is the one thing that kind of gets me a little bit salty, is that 4 and 6 and 1 get overshadowed so much by 7, because 7 is just one of those games. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, fuck off. This is the fucking worst. I hate the sylphs. What am I doing? Waterbringer? Oh, okay. Dude, legitimately, who even likes the fucking sylphs? The sylphs, I think, out of all the beast tribes, like, do the least. Oh, I have to get 3 of these? Oh, sweet. But yeah, we might get like the 4 elemental fiends in this game, so that might be pretty cool. I don't think they'll be part of the raid tier, because it seems like this new raid tier is going to be specifically about like La Habrea. Not sure entirely what it'll be about, other than that, obviously, because they haven't talked or shown much of it. Generally speaking, you don't know what's in each raid tier until the day it comes out, pretty much. They might show off like a couple screenshots. Like, I'm pretty sure they showed off Cloud of Darkness for this raid tier, you know, within, what was it, like a week or 2? Which FF4 version would I play, I guess is what you're asking? I don't know. I like the DS version, which is what's on PC. The DS version is on PC. Obviously, it's been modified to play with one screen. Same thing for Final Fantasy III. But I have the GBA version, and I could play it, and that's the one I'm a little more familiar with. Oh, we're done with this? Do we have to do this while hidden? Sure hope not, because I'm not maintaining that. So, I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I mean, there's not very many versions of Final Fantasy III you can play anyway, right? Like, you either play it as the SNES version, you can play the GBA version, or you could play, what is it? The PlayStation version is, I think, just the SNES version ported. Or you could play the DS version, which is essentially the PC version with 2 screens. So, like, there's only 3 versions of that game that I'm aware of. There's the Wonder Swan version and all this other stuff. But let's be wait, how do you water this? The fuck? Wait. How are you supposed to water this? Oh, this is so stupid. Basically, you throw the bottle at it. That makes no sense. Alright, cool. They also ported the After Years, which I think was pretty good, because I never did play the After Years, and I heard a couple of good things about it. So someday I want to play the After Years. That's what I mean, though. Like, I'm like, that's probably not going to happen this year, but it definitely is like a group of playthroughs I do want to do at some point. This year I'm focusing on all the big AAA games I never played, so people can stop complaining to me that I didn't play their favorite fucking game. and oh, you only play, I don't want any more of that. I want it done. I want it out of here. So I got like a ton of games I want to play from now until the summer, and that's my primary focus. You didn't play the game I wanted you to play. Man, I don't... No, you don't put a cutscene in this. Goodbye. Oh, no. What? Oh, oops. Yeah, you can see these are very, very fundamental. I guess after this, Snowman, what I'm going to do... Wait, where am I supposed to take these? Oh. What I'm going to do, I guess, is I'm going to go record the crash verdict. I'm going to go maybe record the podcast. So I'm just going to talk a whole bunch. And then if I still have energy and I'm not asleep within the next hour or two after doing all that, then I will record something. Because there's not really anything for me to do on 14. I think the only thing to do is to cap on tomes, but I got plenty of time and plenty of days left to do that. So, like I said, this stream is not going to be that long. I was legitimately almost half asleep when I was starting it. You guess is what I'm asking? That's what I'm asking? Yeah, like, I mean, look, I'll just tell you, it's either going to be GBA or the PC. I don't know. Probably the GBA, because I heard the PC version has frame rate problems. So, which kind of doesn't surprise me if you believe me or not. Cool. Boy, everyone loves sylphs. The only thing I hate about this area is that it's such a linear piece of shit. I mean, now it's not, because you can fly in it. That's like the one thing that has a lot of A Realm Reborn areas going for it, is that they're not linear because you can fly around in it now. I actually need to legitimately do farming in this game. And I'm kind of not looking forward to that at all. Here you go. Alright, cool. That's all I kind of want to do tonight. I have to start doing farming. I mean, maybe I'll do some tonight. No, I shouldn't, because I should just get these podcasts out the way, because the longer I delay the podcast, the more they become overloaded, so that's probably what I'll do. Alright. That's about enough for me. I really do like this setup. Graphics OG is really good at what he does. So it's very much appreciated. But anyway, tomorrow I'll actually stream a real game, and I'll probably also record some, and I'll also do a whole bunch of other shit. So, big ups. Thank you for stopping by, Snowman and Ash. Short stream. Doesn't need to be long. I will see you guys later.